Hey, Leonardo da Vinci was once quoted, "An arch consists of two weaknesses, which leaning one against the other makes a strength." So I mentioned on a video prior to this how we did our first major epic trip, drove to California as a family, and on the way back we hit the parks in Utah, and the last one we hit was Arches National Park. When we got there, it was close to sunset. We only had like an hour and a half of daylight. And we hit some of the cool spots, and then we drove all the way to the other side where Delicate Arch is. And Delicate Arch is a very special arch. In my opinion, it's the most gorgeous arch I have ever seen. So we get there, and then we realize it's like a 2.5 mile hike, and there's no way we had enough time. So we chose to go to the viewpoint, and it's only like point 0.3. And at that point, everyone was tired, so I booked it up there, and this is what I viewed. So there's a big gully between where you're standing and the arch, and if you look close, there are people right over here, right over there, standing. I got there, and it's like, man, I wish I was over there. There's a bunch of families, and it's like, man, I wish I was over there with my family. I came back down, and was kind of disappointed. Well, the next year, we made it out west, and we went back to Arches National Park, and we made a point to hike to the Delicate Arch. But this time it was the two of us, Lori and I. And my parents watched. My parents went on the trip. They watched our three young kids. And we hiked up there, and this is what we viewed. We got there, and there it is. There's Delicate Arch. And if you look close, you can see people standing underneath. It's huge, and it's so gorgeous. And we just stayed there for a while and soaked it all up. And I thought to myself, man, next time we're going up with our family. Well, a few years went by, and we went back to Arches National Park. And at that point, we had all five kids. And we went back with Lori's parents. So our goal was to get there really early, but then we found out that Arches didn't open up till 10 a.m. So we got there at 10. By the time we got to the parking lot, it was 11:30. And the reason why we wanted to go early is it gets really hot at Arches National Park. It'll break 100 easily. So we didn't start till noon, and it was already 100 degrees. And there's a lot of sun. There's no shade there. So we start, and Lori's dad starts struggling with the heat. And we're about 2/3 in, and he says, I gotta sit down. He says, the heat's getting to me. I don't think I can finish. And I said, you're almost there. It's so worth it. So he rested for a bit. He got back up, and we kept going. And the way the trail is, it's open, and then the last 300 feet, they blasted a trail. You're on a cliff. And when you come to the end of the cliff, you take a turn, and there it is. There's Delicate Arch. And my family and my kids and Lori's parents were in awe as they looked up. And I was so grateful they made it. And I think those three experiences parallel my life. So when I got divorced, I so wanted the family, just so much wanted the family. And I looked at other people's loving families, and it's like, I want that so bad. Then I met Lori, and my weakness and her weakness became an arch. And then years went by, and we created a family. And our strength together with our family underneath makes it whole. And I'm so grateful for my life and my 5 amazing children and my beautiful wife as we lean together and create a strength as a family. Yes.